got it on smash, foot in the gas, I will not crash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
We got to step it up. Hey, 4-1, Mike.
On second and 11 now. Mariota. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On third down, it's Taylor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Spoke-Bo's to Mike. Mike Spoke-Bo. 44 to Mike.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped into the sack. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Mariota. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Joey Bosa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. Top 5. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 4.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play fake, Brissett. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Love. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Set. 40 to Pittsburgh. 44. Get that quarterback. Dog.
On second down, it's Love. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Yeah, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Ito Smith, his first carry. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, Brissett. His throw incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Back. Check it out, Reed.
From the gun, here's Brissett. This pass complete to Higgins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Jam. 44.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The give to Taylor. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Mariota taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Switch. Any weapon.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
To throw, Brissett. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's Brissett. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
44, Mike, 44. Nice, sweetheart. Tight dog. Watch the air. 22, Jet, Bomber. 22, Jet, Bomber.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brissett. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Brissett now. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Taylor. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. AC data.
So don't say nothing.
Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Smoke. 44. Hut up.
First down, Brissett. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete.
On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
You got tight right there. Check the backer.
Check 37. Check 37.
Out.
Here's Love again. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Come on. You better bring it.
Switch. Play slow. Drive on. 44. Mike.
Brissett on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I didn't get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Set up.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mike, 40.
On third down, Brissett. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. A first down carry for Smith. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now on 2nd and 13. Brissett. He's got it. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Smith trying to run for it. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Going to give it to Love. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here's Smith. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Where are they, team?
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunities. Plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb and the Texans take over an excellent field position. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the 22, Brissett. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, Taylor. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
On 1st down, Taylor, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 35 yards as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brissett. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
That's how we do it.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
44 to Mike. Hey, tight down.
Brissett looks to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Don't let him breathe, defense.
Here's Brissett. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins.